Asumdwen kan waja.
Onia asumdwen kan so.
Bibi aboko de.
Nyame adumo.
Ehia ya che.
Chinchin.
Nyame ne hine. Ebi abeko fine. Na constituency boko de.
Egu so nyame adum constituency.
What is the opposite contest wa Tiwa West?
Yeah.
Tiwa West.
Tiwa West, yes. Nyame adum na say general secretary ebi kwan na.
Oh really? And the incumbent Rose Minister Uncle Bio.
Dabi.
What for hanging a boots?
Yeah.
And you better we see what for name.
See what for name. Yeah, the new mapani Dwaso.
Oh. But what talk constituency what call?
Oh yeah.
A former year.
Nyame adum.
Bibi adedi.
Nyame adum pa.
Sa omo agidie wo mu.
Nyame adum pa.
Am so omo de obesi wo fa na.
Nyame adum pa.
Nyame adum ne de ne kanya di o ba agro ne form.
Nyame oho.
And then just nyame oho. As any friend is about to boy as a nice boss.
Nyame oho.
And
it me adi nyina ye. Guys so say the inti.
And as well anyway. Kingsley, in fact in the Volta region there me hu e wo masie many soy pa.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Onia say onim say President Kufado or say yenye adwuma. Na yenye adwuma no so no. On say nyame anya wadom ne do kotu ba bi na eho ye underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Na say when to me ama home ne so a obi ehu dwuma wa ye. Enti do say edu ba bi a ye di etipempem. Na ye bobode. Na etimi ye adwuma. Enti enyamwa kakra from the German Foreign Office.
Okay.
By 10% of what we used there.
Wow.
Yeah, the rest I kaka na people no.
Well, na some museums there kwacha ni ho. Enti mo ya ni say.
So that's what I'm telling you say I give kaka and Yankopon. Because sometimes we ho to say me say me am card am use the abayadwuma.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Because we why it means kaka bon say we am cropping penny for them to know. That I saw talk but me talk house na me team adwuma no enko so a enfa so bi ani so na maka chom say that my entwen enfa nya adwuma sei enfa nya sei enti no kaka sa na yeni me pese say the wadi kan pese make impact ochina no obeba obeka say na nado dan kwakufu ado eba ye president how de Kingsley Call Museum no because since 1979 museum me ba hoi. This is the first time I'm a facelift.
Yeah.
Under my leadership.
Yeah.
And I believe that it is also by the support of my minister, the governing board of Ghana Museums and Monument Board, my management and the entire staff. And on because sometimes it makes progressing not very difficult.
Okay.
But when you have peace of mind, I focus with your vision. Say you achieve results. Me did say environment necessary when you peaceful mind at the edge. And so success be about for me. I say it is not about me. It is about the theme because we work as a theme. And see. Say okay, so who I for the other na me management staff abaso me board abaso na my board the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture on the deputy Suma Boma Basu because someone almost say kutupa almost inspire ma itumi achieve and my achieving in
but hold you need me who other regions so what you saying
you go so the last time I told you say there's a lot coming up especially with the forts and castles. Monday, we're in Cape Coast with consultants. Be modern museum pa.
Wow.
Cape Coast.
Okay.
Cape Coast Castle, slavery museum, proper one, modern one.
Wow.
Abe Cape Coast Elmina. There are a lot of things that I don't want to mention them. But we say in the next few months to come, there's going to be a lot of changes in most of these tourist and heritage sites we have in our country. Because what him say, His Excellency the President of Ghana, say tourism, the number one on our GDP, and attention is being given to the sector. Ghana so before in terms of because you changing name and name Sanya they are doing you cannot do that without tourism because we here and even Saudi Arabia, do you know say they are building a new capital town because of tourism and you know the world focus the world needing attention about tourism so and then Adom Ghana so West Africa no number one destination in terms of tourism and it tells you say here will get more attention from across the world and the more nipa bagana no na enuma so koso na bi obi ahoto no and so because I ask myself what is at Dubai that we don't have in Ghana everything in Dubai we have better ones in Ghana natural ones and all that and so I believe say with the focus na any policy na the Minister of Tourism Arts and Culture the agencies under his ministry no enema eboa I'm also if you could remember recently DTA the ministry organized tourism policy tourism summit it was awesome I'll be at China doing a kwanya ye befa so na yaboa ama tourism no akona nim senior you na hwehwe no enti asempa obisaya na asema meka chewa na say adwuma ne de enye ankan ne ho nkwa ba bia ye office bia no we are trying to make impact when you go to Ashanti region as you see here hitherto now most of our Ashanti traditional buildings and interestingly those buildings too Bronibeka say a World Heritage sites and the Ghana we call UNESCO yes Ghana with 2 sites World Heritage sites but Fort and Castles back then Fort and Castles ni na serialize as one component and now call Ashanti region so these Ashanti original architecture so were listed as one and your friend so one component and the 2 components there World Heritage sites of Ghana the Fort and Castles and the Ashanti traditional buildings I mean no can say you buy now most of almost in our crampo no untimi po fa visit apunko pa nyame adom kaka chance no and just so besianse excellent Patakro we are almost done that Kodachi we are on Aswanse it's done and so we are making sure say Nyankopon be ya adom by next year by this time not 10 na is in good shape it be timid tourists alcohol because all these buildings have very rich history a clear history yes so real few chromo in a training we are job asset and as a minor it is important say ye koye nim no ye bebo sa nyema we nyina ho ban for nchima because some buildings in the years past they be more why shrines na sabi a conform mu omo no sa time no they were like the native doctors no more community no on share manfo near so all these buildings near they know very rich history to bones the hana na bosom fie hana ni fie na ya listed as World Heritage sites na hither to Unisika and dan so anwadan so the more it rain no wa ma won san ko ho de bia na inso no hono dan no but Nyankopon adom yenye sika kaka sa dan na no de abubu ne de ebi okopa be konanka abubu ka but nyame adom ye putu ni na together send e be ya ye history na ye no so no ye no send ya na tilida no so see ogogo na
modernize
no ogogo na hwe just be siase ne ade no send it na send it pe nti ye send e be ya you see and me no be din komo se obi sa me na mo ka tourism no kra no fa so be ni nya so a mo for monka mo de higher adwin say fa so on do so pa yeti hey enne hwe museum ya tumi ye be a museum me try employment activity you be shocked there's a restaurant at the museum hitherto e be about 12 10 no more omapon the workers were just about 2 and the workers there are over 10. There are people I had to employ people, cleaners, security, and all these people. There are people who come there to sell other artifacts, other artworks, people who come to sell yogurt, and nobody say Uber for Baho, and all these are direct jobs, sir. Museum no hither to na museum in the one they go for Uber say or the museum. When they call rent bus say or if you go for it, they go for Uber museum. So Uber say I get employment and the you got to run now or 10 nanka besa and ajono. Most of 20 at 12 nasa. That is tourism that we are talking about.
Okay.
Don't say hotel na nanka nipa besa 10 demu dakrono and then because be a Cape Coast Castle or Cape Coast Castle or Elimina or Kakum any addition both hotel de be a yema hotel run will get money to pay his workers.
Okay.
His workers will pay taxes to government and so it goes down, it trickles down.
Okay.
Obi Cape Coast Castle or Benum Kubensu or Beton Suano Mokwan or do a restaurant and that is a economy no a boosted de be a Eduanina Obi emo na so no 5 kilos because of tourism no any attraction na one crew na amount for no he begin to cook 5 kilo 10 kilos 15 kilos na my business no e cost by so doing no I'm bedding a baby break.
Okay.
Because utimi say toilet no here on the fear obetimi esi on kasa baby so there are a lot of things that tourism is bringing on board and then under the Ministry of Tourism Art and Culture she Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum udu hwa the facelift that space has given, the ministry has given. What I say, is under the is excellence and Nadu Dankwa Kufuado. Or no, Nanka so yeah, anti Kwame Nkrumah. Nadu Dankwa Kufuado are buying and Abba Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park facelift. Now you're awesome. I'm believing, I'm trusting God by the end of the month. His Excellency the President of Ghana. Ebekwa Commission projects, you know. I'm a Ghana for you know a Juma. The Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Ibrahim, Dr. Awa, ewo Ghana has said. And you know, tourism, asempa se okanya na ho so so yetimi nyema we nyina na enka se ye yi ho afrimu. Na ho behia se won we ameno ka se ye museum na ho no. If people are leaving on Friday, we are going to put things together. Yes, set up a new gallery. The Ohono it's been there for some time. So we are going to dismantle what is there and do another one. And it tells you, say, our commitment to the tourism, arts and culture, say, you're being increasing and improving, you know. We are not compromising.
I understand the space in there one thing for you on one person with the event center.
Exactly so.
Oh really?
Exactly so.
Wow.
And that is why I would say I hear pavement, you do your grasses near there.
Yeah.
And since your wedding, now refreshment, you can go and rent the space and do your wedding refreshment. Oh yeah, a year personal refreshment. And we are in talks with the private sector. I per se we have over 4 acres of land there. You can see a children's park. Because I noticed my hold ebia me kodaha my chinchin who say but be and who are children's park and kwala edi agro. And I say kesi bia so na kronin fifi say yasa so no obetumi ayesa. So we are in talks with private sector. I pese sa e hono we are almost done with the deal. Ye pese hono ye de ye children's park. Say den kwala ebinya baby edi agro because where baby e wanna regional your hospital I will say whole district hospital municipal hospital will say police administration will say EC will say in the same and so it tells you say we're in a very strategic place and once that is done and you'll be by museum no call rounds you know now the banner can get a place play the banner dia grow now unya kwan obekwa obetimi atena there's a restaurant there obetimi atena say cook robin no dey atwen no ni nyina no eboa e ma local economy no e boost na yes so ye increase IGF kakaka
right that case me that say it was 15 minutes after 9 Ceciano are joining the executive director Ghana Museums and Monument Board Kingsley Ofosu Ntiamoa and I'm in no chiche in common the campus up from the NDC I'll join this shortly but Kingsley with all these successes Adibako in fact me makoma Tommy the last time I me ba my share me who said mo washroom be a what down ho a leaky in your faro a good down ho say car park while there is a washroom.
No, it's been sorted out.
Yeah, me name say be a well.
No, it's been sorted out long time.
In fact, me the first place I go is washroom. Because I'm beside me who is a go.
No, it's been sorted out long time.
I'm assurance. I should be coming. That's it. You to me at us. So well, 60 minutes after 9. The info in FM now fee. You to us. So hi, Adom 106.3 FM. Tiwe mame.
wanna be a magic boom. Me and I'm so long too. And I mean, I've been moving more solid. Oh, baby, baby, move, wanna be a magic boom. Lazy, and I mean, I've been moving more solid. Opinion, when I can't try it. Go figure out that's a check in it. But I'm
I'm saying Dwaso 17 minutes after 9. A very special happy birthday and come Hillary Kweku Ajimai Dankwa aka Hila. Osofo for Riata and I say wish you happy birthday to you Hillary Kweku Ajimai Dankwa. Happy birthday to you. Nyankopon ma onyinche ento won kwemu. Ya obesom bia be yenhira wate. If you also for where be nko ade. Put them dada. Baby adede. And once again, me bacha all petitions. Mwamoko Presbyterian College of Education, Presbyterian Training College. Me bacha monyina on the 1st of July. As the 175th anniversary celebration. PTC Eddie Kanfo 2001 more under the patronage of His Excellency the President of the Republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as a special guest of honor. And the all petitions, all rules, LED Adeko Ekropon Wekuyapem. Brand into school anthem. So. Well, I'm saying from the camp of the NDC, Jerome Sam on the Western North Regional Communication Officer. Jerome Memoakaba. Baby Aboko there. You crem Western North Vekoye.
What be some Western North today? For particularly one Western North region. Now, as a call ye hunama firm, but in terms of botomodie, metimiaka say and yet and koye. And now, Pamino say ye were major concerns and major concerns near 1 ye cocoon seminar number 2. Say Oshe Yakwanya a war Western North regional. Sabri Brea ye super because Oshe Western North include in Ketwane a day a dozen. Let me say we your so BBNE enchi ne yen capitals na ye wo include Ketua Bibri a day a wo. Then Krun Ketuanon so no makwa ye equiafo. Say one quine any day enya na echrese ihiane ahochire no eye mo because omuntimi emfa omo no bayimpo mfi afuomo nye day. Madjaso nye den mama beton particularly over baby to say she also me constituency say ya and then you to one a war EBSC atokrom atakam peldie nyamena bobra pentemedi Swansea Cateboy akuti paboase bedi
crodina wobona na anybody
crew in cruding sa omo ewo ho nyina no entimi mfa omo no baye emfi afuo mu ponye den mama beton na ekire se ahokire ni ohia na omo wo mu no feda no den edoso aditi yesra ban ni say in 2016 and in 2020 elections no one of their major campaigns na akwan because significantly no say akwan a reduce poverty reduce hardship.
Yeah, but say year of rose are quite amoya.
Now make a choice say Oba baby to say Western North regional. There is nobody obeying me either. Aka say year of roots be ekoswa. Western North are inclusive. We are not inclusive. And untina meet me regional will include almost in all the constituencies across the region. Ya kwanye den. Ya kwan enye. In almost 2020 elections na ye babe ye no. Yede a kwan bi yesi yede ma owura wuntumi ofa dadia so ebesia ko akontomra ena me no ka say eja kwan na suo but in 2020 the machines ebegu so to say the aye den and a host of others aye jai den egu ho enti ni ebisa say Western North aso yen Ghana no yenye den yen ka ho ana aban no in terms of impuntunjuma, in terms of development, most especially roads across our constituencies, across our districts or municipalities, no betimi aye aye biana ye benya region in 2019 na ye nyina no we in a static mode because say municipal no mpo no anaze enye region mpo no na ye nya some level of development now your anticipation is say Ababaya region and also you also being a regional capital there rapidly you be some form of the development but as we speak you cannot make clear pontifications to impuntunyuma den ebia ekoso in this regards akwan emoni ade na bi ni apanyi ka say ebia akwan a ya de yenye den yenka ho asem megidi say if that principle holds wo MPP ne ka ho asem there then you should have been campaigning saying in your man this year in 2016 you should have been talking about the Legon teaching hospital rage money ade nanka wona mudu ba bia nanka wo keka cha manfo zen this year yibi and this year kwan and this year say
but at least you agree say kwan no my be our Western North. So at least you highlight on the positives as well.
You see, what I'm saying is that I will not sit and say ebia akwan yenye bi, but we are talking about in terms of ebia menfa percentage impo because probably you don't have in details the 4 trunks of road but you share how significant those rules no my day or my as compared to near yenye den yenye until you say the negatives outweighs the positive then it is quite insignificant for you to be talking about ABR the positive aspect of it but even if ABR they are at par then you can say oh na etise na yede ababa bedru baby say until no oh but anawo sha binding crying to do more that is quite okay but in a situation whereby the guachiri no a dosu chain ne obaye den why vis-a-vis nsem a okan ya then we have every right to just point to you say there be eniema anye den eniema enkoye and no na economic activities aye den akachi ewo yen region ni mu anase bia yen regional capital which is causing more poverty amongst the people.
What's me say it was your for Jerome Sam, a Western North Regional Communication Officer for the NDC. Why joining a high Adom 106.3 FM. Join with Facebook, ne post to comment. Making kind of from the camp of the New Patriotic Party, the Executive Director, the Ghana Museums and Monument Board, Kingsley for Suntiamwa. Kingsley, my member, so in fact, I'm saying, okay, it is possible for them. Or join the Baumia movement.
It is possible.
Yeah,
it is possible. Baumia can break the 8. It is possible.
Hey.
And the movement be on.
No, and before I say Munina Baumia, you're a Mom Palan. And I know Yodium. Oh,
that is a bit unfair. Say, Yodium.
And I said,
Munina, say contest there.
If about 120 MPs.
If Unim say,
I could Eddie Baumia,
Unim say contest there, we can all not support one person. And Sebi, for me, I have very high respect for all the aspirants. Honorable Kennedy Japan, very brilliant, awesome person. But you see, Okai Chronicles, I say, the sons of Issachar, they knew the times and the seasons. And see, they were successful in everything they were doing. And I believe, say, time when a season when a woman there, in my view, Dr. Baumia time, ADMB time.
Really?
Breaking the 8, is a my part.
And you are sure, say, we need a flag bearer.
Oh, some essence of any candidates, I'm 100% sure we win. No.
But you know, sir, some more presented Dr. Baumia. NDC has a lot of dossier about Dr. Baumia. And the people will also look at his track record. Your name and Crawford interviews were her end. What they say about Dr. Baumia.
A brain swan. You can say when a brain swan will come and talk about that. For now, DMB and I starting a campaign is going so well. who said the amount for a genonia sunimuna is awesome. And today, my young inter-party politics, you know. You really about Bontia. So I used to say, Baby can once. Why?
Really?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, Babacon. So President Mahama Bonya, I could do say, or Babacon the CBU. I do say Babacon once. And then they cry. And then they cry.
You sure say with Baumia, I won't be breaking 8.
And then they cry. Remember my dream, no. In my view, that's what I think.
Really?
In my view, that's what I think. So
well,
it will be easier with him than with anybody at this time.
Wow.
Yes. That's why I said the sons of Issachar, no minimum time, this seasons, you know. And so Bible said, be no they were very successful because of time, no time with the young for her, time with the NSA. And so I believe that this time that we are in, this period, it is his time. And when we present him, when Adom 106.3, Adi being Ghana that say political party because 3 times, you know. The new patriotic party come 2024, no. Break 8.
No, but what can you say by France? Let's just say any other person will be winning or the mobile opposition.
I've not said so.
Yeah, but if Baumia will break the 8 for
I'm saying that in my view, it will be easier. Or any of them we can break the 8, but it will be easier with His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Really?
With Ken we can break the 8. With Allah we can break the 8. But for it to be much easier for us, it is His Excellency.
With the Baumia vote in the Bekosrupa. Wow. To
That's
break the 8.
That's why when you say sitting president that you're beating 1 million or not, but no.
But after 1 million, no, the last election. Yes.
For 500,000.
No,
don't worry.
I said 1 million in 4 years.
And President Mahama never.
On our NDC for the
don't worry. When we get to the bridge, we'll cross.
Really?
Yes. For now, you see, it is important to say you be remaining focused. And that may catch you because for me, when I'm doing politics, I say me can't be a constituency. It will be casino and those aspersions. No, I'm focused. When we say, Ebra, Yesu nam nsuo no so na Peter Huna no so kono. When Peter was looking at Jesus, no na nsuo no so. Oyi na ni free Yesu super no start so sinking. And when you are focused, you get your destination successfully. My side issues, you know, attract so and now you presidential primary. Allow us to finish our presidential primary. When it is time for us to talk about Dr. Baumia and President Mahama, come on. When I say all the apples we compare pineapples. When the time comes, we will sit here and debate those issues.
Really?
Yeah.
How about me? Our track record change, President Mahama.
Me say for now the focus is for His Excellency Dr. Baumia to be able to win 50% plus 1 of the Superdelegate Conference and win 50% plus 1 of the main conference in this, November. When we are done, then now we know our candidate. Then we sit and do the pros and cons of the candidates. The Ghana for better. For me, in my view, it will be much easier with His Excellency the Vice President than any other candidate.
Kingsley Ofosu-Ntiamoa, Executive Director, Ghana Museums and Management Board. Jerome, Bremame.
Asempa, I laugh die. Masrewu.
Oh, dear.
Now, as some many opinion, a kind of ama masre kakra. Now, reason Emma Mesre said, Asempa me more personal a year principle and position, a war, abrabum, politics and so a day, a come. Media, my brabo, I believe in seniority. And in say, Ebi Crampona. Emma said, Menewa Sempa Namna, Ubikaso, Asempa, a war, young fancy sika, and I say, Bibi Sachin, Ebia, Jeroma. One first question, Ebia and Pressing me, apart from Grace Money, oh, Asempa will base in fee saying, oh, Ebia Asempa will base a 40, was a hygienic. Me drew why, Mayday, I will achieve that. Internet hygiene. So, which means, me what that belief, then, now, when him. Me name some people for a more a refuse. As we speak today, we be saying people ni biya say MPP administration abba Ghana's history, the Ahina a year best man. Almost everybody, you get about 6 to 7 saying, say, President Kufuor's administration. Within MPP, I'm telling you, even today, they will tell you, say, President Kufuor administration. Now, if you say they still consider President Kufuor's administration to be one of the best administration at MPP for in the history of Ghana, then you ask yourself, say, ene sanko for aspire why mo enomu play a integral role during the days of President Kufuor. As at that time, where was Dr. Bawumia in the administration of President Kufuor? What critical role did he play in that particular administration? No, I fear some say we as man it's what I say. Meaning so Becca say President Kufuor time they didn't question Bank of Ghana and put a former governor, a former finance minister, Comrade Dufo, honorable. And he didn't be sure once now echo the latter party the deputy governor. But also what I say. Into home put there's no problem about it. Into you say oh yeah assessment now. You start it from there and you look at Obia or play a daru. Make concern because say me tear Dr. Bawumia and as someone kind and they say Paul Amantem so or yeah then or Chinedi Kamfo or be ye ejuma. Intina mi bisa pese me tear in terms of a juma now. A year vice president say why then why ye? Or some can say was sacrifice it. Intina mi tear in terms of a year the sacrifice no canon. Then why ye? In the history of Ghana, under the Fourth Republic, Dr. Bawumia is one singular individual across the political divider when you are akwenya pa. Look, in 2000 elections, President Mills, late President Mills, why not then call as a running mate? He used a Ram Martin Amedu. 2004, Ochengino, before Ram a Mumuni. 2008, over far President Mahama. The same thing, President Rawlings, he used a Hawkins Naka and obey President Mills. President Kufuor used Ura Aliu Mahama for 2 terms. But Vice President, 4 consecutive times. And now, MPP, I then a presenter. And MPP, I then a presenter. And if you are talking about your contribution or your sacrifice, and the sacrificial you more can say, but defend the party in court. So you mean to say with your performance at the court, there was no single individual in the MPP to have done that. There's no single individual. Because time no become a sacrificial a juma wa ye our party ni mono. Now I was thinking say or become anything extraordinary. Apart from say me defend the party in court. Or say party in the dark days and in good times over here. But you've been around, most especially in the good days of the party. In the very good days of the party. Now say na ye yusu nipa dampeno. And now say na sacrifices there. And na Mr. Represent Mahama. Mr. And na yusu misabi. Then if you use me like that, make us say because of my personal principle that I have. Because it cuts across. Ochine Bible no being so sorry when this mu. I defended this. So me warranty we. I defended it. Now what year president, vice president campaign now or ye now. And you no see they are not being tribal, but they are being tribal. Look, what's in some Urakabaka? What's in some Urakabo aka or call up north? Eko kai. Odiora Bawumia. He say, Abba. Into Mudi de Biano. Yan for Munya Bobo Ejuma. Omon grinde, omon yam. Eye, omon poto, emanin fi. Na account for them for omo board ye, a pem, emebum, no money. Abrasirin phones were by your meeting media boom. I never knew, say, to be a vice president in any republic, they are undeserving. And in this case, Dr. Bawumia. Look, when you are not even a vice president, now you're running meter. As a party, at the end of the month, you're more even 100,000 or 200,000 Ghana cedis. I'm telling you. Say be a unia ketwaneme. Oba bekacho say ura mahama se opese or ye wo asempa running meter. Mekacho say hono kan ye na kotuna dana na ka chen say waye adwuma we jai. Because even by virtue of being a running mate Krampono, the opportunities it comes with it, are life changing. The international recognition, the business identification, any other Krampono, and easy. So what is Ura Bawumia talking about? Now, Ayana or can be say we're making inroads over the northern region. Are laughable?
What is laughable about it?
It is laughable because what is the inroads I don't know yet? I can't want any. Mitio Regi don Bwako last 3 days. I will OK FM. And do you know what he sought to do? Or say and now the 3 northern regions are. MPP was 17 seats. That is what he was very quick to say. Marunim. That 3 now all Kano. He was using northern region, Savannah proper, and then northeast. Nami Bisane say, Adentina he was not quick to add upper east, upper west, and argue in that regard.
Mate.
And argue in that regard. Historically, even president, vice president, ne branch in Port Tuaba, he lost to NDC.
Jerome, it looks as if the NDC motive Dr. Bawumia kana mo popa.
Yenkan. Unim. Let me be very honest with you. Obia otie yibiano. Politics kuma. Who use the weaknesses of the opponent. Na wejina so dia ede. E dia campaign. Ana meboa. And now me no say. You know, and every Ghanaian listening to me, the weaknesses of Dr. Bawumia are so enormous say. That is the candidate we want. But aside that, me apart from Zebiora Ken, Sebobeka say some few days ago or some time past, when your confrontations in the media, Ninsembia Wakan Emoniade, Minima dia meet media day, Akasetiano. Konedo Apreku. What do I know about him? What weakness of him do I know? Than to say he has been part of MPP government. And but what I say he has been part of MPP government.
Yeah.
And then what do I have against him? Than to say Wabedi MP. And to Wabedi MP, no, a year ne constituency, there are still development to be done. And then I meet him Aka. But we are talking about for Dr. Bawumia, you have every legitimate cause to ask because of a certain role to play in government. And yet because of say be no, but ono yen wo enemy tax ya de hwe ne yere ya de hwe ne ma ya de hwe no ankasa mu ya to boxers manage ya to singlet manage ya to fi wodi gu ne car mu wa run the economy down because or you head of the economic management team ewo ho and don't you know, are you expecting say yemfa a person like that ensin chain na menka adeni masem of what significance would that be?
Mate.
Ye tu adeni muka
Me that's it.
Ghana, what contribution do we make in the life of Abia Ken? And I say Abia Ora Alan. What do we have to do? But this is a person, as we even speak, you're taxing at the end. You did car. But your economy, a Juma was all ye, then why into end this in a bar? You expect to say on Fabak Mia, any day, and twin chain. Nonko can a year could do a prequasem.
Jerome, me that's it.
Of what significant the Bayama a ubi?
Me that's it. As I'm drinking, I was for Jerome Nsem, the Western North Regional Communication Officer, Emma NDC. We're joining us. Some Facebook comment, Menfa or say, good morning, Asempa. Indeed, listening to the submissions of both sides, I think that let us just leave Dr. Bawumia and Mahama to contest come 2024 and let's see what happens. Agrone form. You know, obedi odi abanono. I say, Ghana government. This is not what MPP promised us. So indeed, they promised us all the okay, me that say. This one says, good morning, Asempa. Indeed, as for winning, Bawumia will win, but should Bawumia lose by NDC, they are finished. Finish in what way? Bawumia lose more finishing one.
What's about me?
Maybe Kinsley. I say Baumia Lusu, you are finished.
Oh no.
MPP.
No.
You are finished.
No. You won't lose. But I like I told you earlier, any of the candidates who win, I believe, will bring the 8. Simple. Charlie, Asempa. Jerome
Sam.
Jerome, here in the camper.
I'm born you, my busy one.
Jerome, here in the camper. Now, President Mahama, they did the kind of. President Mahama, I was about me by a vice president. President Mahama, not a president. In Corona, it's not a boardino. Ogukota, and a President Kufa Bobby Tuana. Ogukota, San Kurinaso. And a President Mahama, a yet president, not San Kurun and Kagana. You see, and this is for no, mean, so much you, who didn't hear, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia deep pay, no more. I'm a Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, no more. You see, President Akufo-Addo, as consistent as he was, and what he had seen in His Excellency, the Vice President, what was the need for him to have changed him? He believed in him. Odim said, Papa, no, you're competent. And then I say, Odnako first one, when we need second, when you're going to Kubiwa, a sudden scene change. President Mills felt that whoever he took was not competent, could not help him to win, and so he would drop them. And so what is the big deal about this? But he said, NDC Fono should focus in their campaign. Northern region in Semna Okekano. He doesn't understand what Dr. Gideon Bwako said was 3 northern region. The first northern region, and then that is what he said. He could have, he decided to use that for his emphasis. Hitherto, how many seats were we getting in the northern region? Before Dr. Baumia, how many seats were we getting? That's a nay, Yatumina more than NDC. Haven't we made a lot of inroads in that region? What I say, Sakabaye and NDC so Akasebia, Eastern region, Nayana, Ebia, 3-2, and Nayana 10. What making a lot of inroads in the Eastern region? We are getting, go to the 6, we are getting 4, 5 there. And so if now we are getting 17, haven't we made a lot of inroads? And we believe it is through the effort and the hard work of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the Adina Sano. And I'm not saying no, I don't know this is no musiki because they've seen the northern region, we are making a lot of inroads there. And they now go point out Adom 106.3 2024. No, there are certain seats yeah targets able to me at the account. Having said that, Onya. Hey, Mammy Kassam Show. Dr. Baumia, and this is for pill, and this is for pill, yet never back. And this is for pill, and this is for pill. With his hard work, will break the 8. But the caricature say, for now, the focus is for us to be able to appeal to the party delegates, the polling station executives, the constituency chairman, the constituency executives. Say, Amonya Adom Baumia, Dr. Baumia, you too many we are. The regional and regional now candidate will come and debate that squarely, because in all fairness, and then partner, what President Mahama the corruption king. When the time comes, we'll come and sit here and do analysis, compare projects and this year and the cost of the project and everything. When the time comes, we'll sit here and talk about all those things. Okay, and for now, the focus is that His Excellency the President are performing, and he has performed better than Don Dramani Mahama. Don Dramani Mahama or IMF because now on the economy there was no problem in the world. There were no problems. Cocoa price, that gold price in Namstro, cocoa price in Namstro. That's yet that petrol abedu the lowest. Yet or IMF because of mismanagement, the high cost of projects in this country. But we feel President Akufo-Addo and there I hate Nansana me catch obi say me tukwa ko baby hotel amedamwa nanka me tua ebia 20 cedis no me call ye no me do say me kwa dodo for there ye bought price for me jump 15 minutes me who say me da na say me call because the price is 4 times. Because me just say me who say me da na say me call because music and so you what I say. So the prices of goods and services around the world. Recently, I was somewhere in Paris. Me say the city of Paris don't to me home. I didn't hear. Yes, say to send a Zoom line for why almost cost strike. And so Bola Gu, Babia, train drivers were on strike. Everybody, you see, but if you look at Ghana, Nyanko Padum, His Excellency Nado Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia Memu Amudia Bay. At least President Mahama timing na COVID in my and they have insurance for hospital for hospital for now to doctors now cost strike, nurses now cost strike every day, every week, teachers cost strike. But at least you see, a dear and mother ordinary person a benefit to a man who ye pano. Ne say, yeah, say, essential services way no. Omunobia Juma. And the President Kufuor at the time, yan TB. How many times now to say hospitals now say health insurance, yanji? How many times want to say university lectures about no fear about 1 semester? How many times want to say, you see, when I and near man kitten here, I buy no year to make sure say economy no Nagana for top. I'm not saying you want to, but we believe that you share in the past few months and maybe year by year we are gradually getting there. Don't and the call saying then I be saying petrol no it could do best 17 and the petrol is saying so that is what President Kufuor can say. We know how to bring the economy back, but we don't know how to bring the dead back to life.
Okay.
The year can say for me and the larger number of people in this country, you were GDO President Kufuor, meaning second for GDO, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as MPP delegates in the bar, breaking the aid to be easier because the alternative is scary.
And the alternative no correct you.
Do so I say, and then ya must be discuss alternative no. But alternative no because the level of let me catch you say alternative no. BBNC we are you. Ya bia my me anka say yan to hotel by 1 year among phone taxes. Now buying some for sika and cause so much say hotel and yet we run to IMF. Because or say mean to me managing the economy no to mama sum na mama me na mama fa dem to 2 year mama what sort of mismanagement and incompetent is this a by way na ya be Ghana for be sababio na we kan no say museum for home nei ye home bio museum for home 2016 no ye home bio President Mahama ye huni bio anything my Adom Nsem say is essence na nado akwanya we yi na why e Ghana ha from 2017 besin no I'm yet to see obimra na yentenase na yenfa kwan no opa maye peda na ma debate say na ye be debate roads done by His Excellency Nado Akufo-Addo and honorable Kwesiam Akwata within this period na almost for 8 years let's debate and see when our record of roads, when our record of school buildings, when our and then even blocks and we are completing and we are adding hostels because on Timmy could see a dying hour be at 10 kilometers from town. Now on Kanjakola say on we are building dormitories, we are building teachers' bungalows in these schools. And this is a buyer, our focus, our vision. What I said, that is why we say we have the men. And I'm telling you, Onyanko Pon Adumunti. Me na say me ba museum na yatun. The museum was closed. But na me adum na ya bie. You go so expand. And no ti me nua ye share Ghana fo nya na say ye nya botre kakra mana na do Danko Akufo-Addo. Akoko benum nsuo oye de obemme kakra we are getting there. Petrol could do 17 and the petrol about 12. Dollar could do oko bank umpa na be 16 17 and now oko bank dollar is a 10 as I. It tells you say we are gradually bringing the economy back to life. With all the crisis course so a BNC within 2012 within 2009 to 2016 crisis where a BNC or baby and yet President Mahama ran to IMF because I say me manage the economy no enti me shemo Ghana for any dide our President Akufo-Addo and nothing na brekum ye now we see you know the vote we had in brekum a record they make here no say vote amunya or general election munya or by election no a dose to vote amunya or by election but tells you say a lot of Ghanaians still have confidence majority of Ghanaians were confident in the governance of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo than His Excellency President Mahama. Did you cry say the Brekum for Bufu ya Mututia NDC for President Mahama elected no na send off so no ya the best so among.
Matimidase Kingsley for Suntiamo and Alten Executive Director, Ghana Museums Monument Board on the General MPP on the show. Siano Watu in a memoir kwaba join on Facebook. Ne post to comment. Jerome Sam Mekone meanwhile. Happy birthday and come Mr. Francis or say Oya MPP second vice chair. Tema Central Constituency in our CEO of BTC Logistics. Oris Pharmacy Ewa Tema. And our face so Planet Oil. Yakopo insure for Kojo Fojo and Adebaye. Yam.
Asempa.
With you.
Kingsley Casano. Debiano and some MPP canon. 2015 na day na na moko IMF due to incompetence and money ande. Unim. Kofa Bank of Ghana Monetary Policy Committee press release. Omu release in May 22nd year 2023 year. Okwa ko paragraph 17. Na sa paragraph 17 no. Asempa mebe kan nsem bia eye Bank of Ghana ayeden aka e de achro. Okwa paragraph 17 na or say on the international commodities market, prices of Ghana's key exports remain volatile. Brent crude oil prices fell by 21.8% on year-on-year basis to $82.7 per barrel in April 2023, compared with $105.8 per barrel in April 2022, mainly on the back of reduced demand amid fears of what? A recession. Cocoa prices remained elevated during the first 4 months of 2023, driven mainly by lower production volumes. Oba on the issue of gold prices have remained bullish this year, supported by economic uncertainty in April 2023. Only, even at this time, our Bank of Ghana a report here on can krano or come manatias yese. Eye yen hawa ye na musisia no. Parts eye due to eye commodities prices. Aye den abeba form. And are affecting ye export den products. Wububosi. And in 2015, 2014, this became a major problem. Our international market, Edemaye, and NPP fought na radio so. To say, and yet any effect. Abra, ye nya chunk of yen sika from this exported aye commodities aye day, ye de kwa manoni. Into what economics is that? Eden kasa no mo kanesano. Back to the Amina Kingsley kind and say, a choir me boss now my na President Akufo-Addo mobile motutuno. Minim say
yes, and yes.
Minim say President Mahama Eba no could apply into no odru po bia so ano afo no atwam. Odru po bia so ano afro moma melada no afo no atwam. I never knew say no could apply or did this age man. But they attributed them so to him. And I'm a boy. They attributed to him. It no could apply and utwam. It's what analogy is that? Look, or say, or maybe tier 1 million, subsequently, maybe tier 500,000. Me MPP Nyanka will be very much concerned. Bisa who say, from 2020, NDC, ye near cry saying, ye sit in parliament. It's not 109. And then you 106. 106 to a year 137. Send when you come home. 31 seats. Bisa who says 31 seats, no. A mudu do send ye nya from a year stronghold. A mudu do say yo, in nya from your stronghold. I'm telling you, say about 25 of these seats are from MPP strongholds. About 25 of these seats, Central Region, Western Region, Bono, and other areas, account dominated areas, are a MPP stronghold. And that is how far Baumia has brought them. And then the whole analysis na no year from. Also are making inroads or north. What about a year the Ecos was south and say, a year more strong vote? We made a lot of votes.
Central region has always been swing.
We made a lot of votes.
We won the presidential.
We made a lot of votes.
Occurs the southern part and your central region.
So, we had a lot of votes in Ashanti region.
Ashanti more increasing more votes.
So I say, we increase our votes in Ashanti region. Enyakan area. Where did Baumia factor go?
By no interest, but at the end of the day, you didn't win.
And then we didn't. At the end of the day, Kumauba elections are okay. NDC appreciated in votes almost about 1,270, about 2,270, as compared to MPP for even 300 votes. Areas here, Dr. Baumia, even in Kumawu, also Pezongo areas. In Kumawu, they lost all of them. They lost all of them. And in Tubisa, say, what is the impact he's talking about? If you are going out there to espouse the potentials of Dr. Baumia, you go and speak to it. Say Dr. Baumia say, if the fundamentals are weak, exchange rate would expose you. Or buy another dollar, 4.2. She say Adom 2.2. Once one fundamental and I strong. Now they can. But if today you are telling me say I do 10, I will to hail him. Yam ton yum freno. Inflation was 15%. A fundamental or say a week. Exchange rate it will expose you. And a 45%. Are you not campaigning with that? Are you not campaigning with that? Obano, or saying this is 80 billion as at that time, it misses over 1,000 factories. And our Bob was close to 700 billion. Our Bob was close to 700 billion. How many of these factories know what me are building? Or catch them and say, we will not have a toilet problem by 2018. And even Okoyen transport terminals are. The toilet facilities the same. And another empower Bisan and say, oh, by NPP for headquarters, who say, and then NPP headquarters now.
That the museums.
Who come museums?
Yeah.
Money a hunk account. Toilet problem, no Dr. Baumia, who want Fabiama.
You must solve it.
But you are young coho.
Oh, yeah, and they were here.
So I say, or must solve it. I can't tell him my yes, say, every school child, Ebenya a year bank account. Account to bank account. So all rounds no. Nanka woka sa woka the positives no. Now woka the other side. Have affected businesses. And I've told you, say ene some say yen criticize Ghana Museum. Yen konko criticize ABA your predecessors bebre. But ene Kingsley awohui. The buck stops with you. Anambwa, because you are being paid to execute a certain mandate.
Yeah.
So you owe a responsibility and you are answerable to the people. We pay Dr. Baumia a yenti and then when you some dibia be tight to be a Canadian His Excellency. A yenti na ene oba police in show tokra not to move to so escort a day edin anymore. A yenti na ne Ghana police for a day a bon home by. And an aspect of your insecurity has been bequeathed to him to manage. I hear the police council. I hear them, Oshe. I hear them, Oshe. And it is a responsibility. So, yeah, Kono, yen in Sinchen. Then we talk about who? We talk about Kingsley. We talk about a national chairman. And I am come with General Secretary Nsem. And I make a former President Kufo. And I am going to do a proku. No. The one we are paying. Yetianeka. Yetiti ya mo remode mano. Ono no wasem ne yebede yebeka. Matino Misraw. Nyame ya dom na mo de Dr. Baumia ba. You will be able to dissect the matters well.
Sure.
And speak to it. Now politically, NDC are elected flag bearer from one of our strongholds in the north, Anambra. And let me tell you one thing you don't know. In 2016, 2020, Alcasema making inroads in the northern region. Memo Remfi say, President Mahama losing 2016 and 2020 elections, he was just a victim of circumstance.
What kind of circumstance?
Yes, in 2016, the conventional expired term of NDC now, Anameboa, 8 years, isn't it? In 2020, the conventional unexpired terms of MPP Nenswin Anameboa, which was 8 years. So, it should tell you, say, it had a role to play. Now, if people are voting, don't take the factor of President Akufo-Addo. Don't take the factor of President Akufo-Addo from there. So what's massive?
It's you.
As well as ABA Dr. Bawumia. Today, there will not be the factor of ABA President Akufo-Addo in the picture. We are having to deal with two Northerners. And even as we speak, are we making inroads? He still wins over the northern regions. And he is making inroads down south. And it is politically, you want to make analysis. We have made all our analysis and we'll be able to make the matters very easier for us. Dr. Bawumia. Because my culture.
It's what is your problem? And you can understand Kamu praise say, what of Vanamra, or Dr. Mohamed Betnary. Now, for Dr. Bawumia, what is Dr. Bawumia? Number one pope. We are
because we pay him. And I'm not going to say crampono. To the extent that more the President Mahama Kokot and I'm under the guise of seeking interpretation of Article 62. Money and Article 68 and Article 94. Money are the seeking interpretation. Are you not engaging in wasteful venture? But you think say constitutional, so you are going to seek interpretation from the Supreme Court. If not for
Ghanaian who is doing that.
I never knew I'm a Togolese. I never knew I'm a Togolese.
We are here to represent our party. What I'm saying is that the person who has taken the man to court, ordinary Ghanaian of interpretation.
Ordinary Ghanaian who is having a portfolio in MPP administration.
No, but
hot portfolio. He's not serving in any capacity.
No, but at the end of the day, I am Ghanaian first. Whether MPP or NDC or CPP or a Ghanaian.
Nobody is disputing the fact that he's a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
But just what I say. But that Ghanaian, the political affiliation is to one.
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean.
And who took the issue of a question to court? It's a bona fide of MPP. So, aside from the fact that he being a Ghanaian, which the Constitution says in Article 2, or invoke certainly he has other affiliations.
No, but Jerome, are you saying is what you want us, even though we are NDC, NDC? Yes.
So what I'm saying is that make me do be court, but you cannot detach NDC from my person.
Oh yes, but it doesn't matter.
It matters.
The court won't play politics.
We are not talking about the court matter. We are not talking about way matter. So mediocre court due to a near museum there, I will have the backing of my party.
Well,
probably I will have a lawyer who is in my party to pursue the case, and he is doing that on pro bono base because I am an affiliate of the party. And to the normal be or we shouldn't sweep it under the carpet and do away with
legal aid crime problem.
Legal aid I will can say that is their responsibility. That is responsibility. Intersemper, what we are saying, and then they say, so what is this in Dr. Bawumia? It is because of the responsibility and answers he owes to Ghanaians. And that is why I might can
we believe the man has performed creditably. He has performed more than any other vice president in the history of this country.
No, but Kingsley, what say creditably?
I know.
What makes
he has performed so well?
Well in what?
Understanding.
In what?
In his role as a vice president.
That is again in his role number one. Now, one of his roles is the head of the economic management team. One after the other.
Okay.
So, as head of the economic management team, what has been the successes? Albekasa were performing creditably.
Okay, one of the biggest successes I achieved is digitization. in this government. I'm betting about him. Just one.
All right.
I'm betting about him. If Ghana card keke ana ya shasi. I'm betting about him. Ghana card keke ana ya shasi ya. Come to us to print Ghana for come to me. They couldn't do it.
What's the economic management?
What I say? No, it's part of it. It's part of it. See, to be able to have a robust economy. No, what started from baby out. Ghana card no was very, very essential in terms of Ghana. It was very, 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 very critical. Said Dr. Baumia, I'm a Ghana card number, and they all say they are connecting the Ghana card to your bank account, to your even house meter or the passport, so that the bedroom babino. Papa, or to your own taxi, a bedroom baby or head juma over tax. And so I am very, very for that one alone. But you see, Asempa, yan cannot cry. Apart from say President Mills boy, I know not President Muhammad to be 102 no. Vice President Ben Wabagana ha, why visible than President than Vice President Bawumia.
No, but is it about visibility or success?
Success. The policemen or the other successful. Tell me the digitization policies that are bad and then successful. I mobile money into probability.
More than my Ghana for say a cedi to dollar or be
and then a cedi to dollar come from no. We see a rising. We see Asempa. A young my fee baby feeble.
Yeah, 4.2 neighbor.
Oh, Reginald. Where share a dear COVID, I you pa Ghana, like you. You see, I've had opportunity to travel around recently, a lot of places, a lot of countries, and I'm telling you, we are fortunate. Recently, I was in UK. Now me do UK. Me comfort train. I call me call Leeds. Me see me comfort train. I was London. Train drivers I call strike. You see, a lot of things are going on around the world. Like I said, travel and see. A lot of things are going on. In terms of two Ghana, when they might be there. That team say Ghana there, ya lucky 14. Nigeria ya petrol ben no muntu. You be omuni laimu into answer enter petrol. Obitim parking car 1 week. Ghana, this is the first time in the history of this country. Ya crisis more ya under doom somu. President Muhammad time and that doom someone. Now COVID in the Ukraine war. Now what him for? Yet that doom someone how many times? How many years? You see, you see that one alone kind of force you appreciate this. How many years now? Ya crisis imwa doom so light just say o light the beduma na be you so prepared e be prepared as na me come chrome dey you so prepared the light is so saying Adamaya, His Excellency Nado and Dr. Baumia. It is important to say these are the social nema Ghana for no be and they are trouble. Because he that too no can by this time ye the sumu to ye ba and come plant is
oh yeah, where say mobile by mono mo catch Ghana for say NDC for signing some power agreement in excess we don't need. We are west. There be me patch.
You buy
but we are west. Mo catch say it's in excess.
Buy no. We don't need it. That's it, boy. You don't need it. We don't need it.
You cancelled it.
Na udni mu say ubetumi ko catch say. You to ade we say.
Near what excess capacity.
No, but no muntimi ntua. That's it. You see, Baumia kept telling them that. Dr. Baumia kept telling them that we don't have generation problem. The problem we're having is the payment of crude. From the one you do so any lecture go back. Any lecture Dr. Baumia was giving Central University everywhere, physician department everywhere. He kept saying that the problem is not generation. The problem is the payment of crude. When Nigeria and Co had stopped bringing crude, that is why we're having the problems. Because we're in a crisis, we could not afford to pay crude. That is why we're having problems. And so the issue of bringing more capacity was needless. That is why we are saying that the excess was needless. Because if the excess is there and you cannot pay for crude, what is the sense in bringing them? Okay? And so we believe that, you see, the reason why they were doing those things was that they feel that when they engage private people, the private people, they all find their way of bringing the crude and pay. But we believe that right from the word go, His Excellency the Vice President, then but the Baumia kept saying that the problem we have in this country is nothing to say about generation. That we have enough capacity, but the problem we have is that we are refusing to pay. And indeed, when we came and we started negotiating with Nigeria and crude started coming up to date, have we been experiencing them so? We have not.
Are you aware, sir, as Vice President, then candidate, a Vice Presidential candidate, Okache NDC for say borrowing is a lazy man's approach? Are you aware?
So borrowing, borrow your day. It depends. Who borrow your day?
Also,
so what could hold on.
Anybody can borrow.
Yes, but borrow no you borrow day no. Na se for so be baso dia. You borrow no bisa say borrow no. Say yaba na makoji wrong way. Mutua 10 cedis for 20 years. Near them say you betumi atua bia 2 cedis for 12 years. Near continue the betua mo de no near tua 2 for 12 years. Which one is more prudent?
But the lectures in Okache said they will not borrow.
No, that is what I'm saying. When we came and realized, listen to the analysis I was making. When we came and we realized, some of the borrowing they have borrowed, some of the money they have borrowed, and the interest we are paying, it doesn't make sense. So if we can pay now, if we are paying 10 cedis for 20 years, or for 15 or for 10 years, now we wait to have 12 cedis for 12 years. Which one is more prudent? That is what we did. So we had to borrow, set off their salary, set off their loans, so that when you pay interest payments, will be flexible and durable for us. And that one makes economic sense.
Are you aware, sir, as head of the economic management team, okay, be said we will not go to IMF now?
That is what I'm telling you, sir. Who had known that you sleep one day and wake up and come and hear something called COVID-19?
So future is unknown.
The future is unknown. Who had known? Because in the period that he was doing those analysis, nothing of that sort had happened.
No.
When they were going to IMF, nothing of that sort had happened. The economy, we all believe, was robust. Everything was going well as a country in the world. Everything was okay. And so we believe that at that moment, there was no need for us as a country to go to IMF. The future is unknown because nobody knew that COVID-19 will come. Nobody knew that Putin will wake up one day and decide to go and fight Ukraine.
We are aware, sir, before COVID-19, not your economy, it wasn't that sound.
It was good. 2019, the economy was good. 2018, go and check our GDP from 2019. Our GDP in 2016, GDP in 2017, GDP in 2018, 2019, it was good. We were on the right track until COVID came. We were on the right track. Now you change it now. You there free for you nam as far so yeko. And by this time and Ghana and you do baby and then COVID. That is why I'm saying the future, like you rightly said, was unknown. We didn't know. Now what now teacher 1 year, nobody was working. We were paying them. People, even a lot of health workers, they were home. We were paying them tax free. Even those who were doing forefront of COVID.
But it's because as a government you made a lot of money from COVID.
A lot of money ahead. Most in the World Bank say what I say to World Bank and no.
Sir, Auditor General report.
Me say Utie World Bank candidate no.
Auditor General report by CEO.
Now say World Bank candidate now World Bank for sika buy the World Bank candidate no mutie no. Utie no.
As the name.
When you know say isi ka no me my dey use no pep. Boni bia no na momu omo kofa ayi energy hwan buy no a omo bu ye kon mu no omo na ka by this time as omo go prison.
Nana momo
what I say and so na say we mu there we dem say we mu no omunya te court sempe bia no just question say me papa mu say 2012 oba yi or now say ya allote and disqualify no 2016 allote and disqualify no 2020 crampo no yes say disqualify no mo say da bi onko. Meanwhile, you knew that this man unqualified to contest. You knew. enti the question there they say the question asem ye kofa boy onu so mo ye no yodom na kota ka se bia kodam so a and this we be ka se MPP for na ye na before na court dan say and this case be kwa na court okowin no mu jubilate no okay just recently okay then this case and this be case be and this be case be court and the Supreme Court also and they won and they were happy and I was these people are hypocrites and it's not the same judges they are lambasting everybody and whether it's high court or whatever but there was court of competent jurisdiction and they won. The person won. I forgot the case. You knew it. Okay. When they won, even Okuja Tabra case, you come back oblique court for contempt of winning. But when they lose, when they go to court and they lose, then they begin to chastise the court. Give them names. You see, it is important to say, the sanity of the court system, no, at last. Not that the question, you know, you be say, a dangerous Supreme Court, or the saying, Parliament. So why you born into the Unity Parliament there? And then born now, a criminal. And so the criminal charges will be meted against him. And so when say Nyankopon and Manu Susumuna so, the Nyankopon Adom. That's it. Hey, I don't want to prejudice anything about court assembly. That's it. Could for my say and MPP for say and it is sad. It is sad because I know a lot of friends, maybe a lot of Nangufua. Omoye judges are Sebi, affiliated to NDC. So sometimes I feel so pity when they try to chastise everybody. Say Obiya MPP ni. And I know a lot of lawyers who are NDC. I don't know their problem.
But that's a case.
Okay, what's someone there? Ne bon a bon. What's someone there? Ne a bon. And that's sempa. Me de manus you know. Na dia me say appeal back kwa me say ye. Ama police station phone na. See be say be kasa bi o me boa. Ye be say be kasa bi say. Dr. Baumia de yesrem. Ye gidi say at this material moment no. Say ye the Dr. Baumia kwa 8 will be able, the MPP will be able to make history in Ghana, in Africa. And the na yantuma His Excellency Dr. Baumia. Boom. Ya tuma ne sa na NDC for who say ya man no that majority support na because in my view there Ghana had there ya trouble any day anytime yeah MPP for endorsing this.
Martin Medase Kingsley Ofosuntiamoa, Executive Director Ghana Museums and Monuments Board. Hamza Jr. the Maestro. Was the Asempa 2017-18, Ghana's economy was under IMF, so the growth of the economy in 2017-18 wasn't MPP's effort, but IMF's.
But you see, Asempa, who does say this for no? I won't come President Kufuor assembly.
Some man penny we now
because some of them say President Kufuor. Oh yeah, Dr. Baumia Beba.
So we now.
And you know, they say no President Kufuor there. I'm referring. I'm no. Some of them Ghana president too. I am say by Vice President Baumia president too. But the president of the Republic still remains His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Okay. First intervention pan campaign now already text no. But on my situating the impo. On say MPP are quick to say in 2017 economy grew by about 8.1%. Into now meanwhile by 2017 even as at June also nothing our present our budget to Parliament say any day you approve your budget and farm out. So you have
true. That's not true.
Oh,
that's not true.
Oh,
you see you see now the question is the budget election year beyond the following year, no, it's in March. Okay. And so before March, the Minister of Finance goes to Parliament to present his budget.
Yeah,
so what is he talking about?
Thank you.
Now, let's even assume say March.
Yeah, but so, that's a fact. It's not an assumption. It's a fact.
I'm not saying say that is a fact or that's not a fact.
It's a fact. So state the factual thing.
So now you are saying say the economy growing by 8.1% a year. No problem about that. Yanko the subsequent year 2018. Are they now what be taking over the administration of this country? Are we implementing your policies? The economy are now grow by 8.1%. A decline up to about 6.8%. In 2018, our policies do would in 2019, the economy the DGP no na na still further a decline. Ye de ko 2020 a ye ba 0.4%. Enu nti na nea wo ka kire na onte ne ho ase gradually no na economy ne ye den. Eso ye den ete. Now all indicators were pointing to that fact because inflation na nsemu. NDC time now we are using about 11% to service a interest payment. What as at 2019 you are using almost about 40%, and you are telling me say in terms of borrowing so at a lower rate now, so percentages you were using to service a interest or loans a day a cost and it's now a year in Chichimuba now a day or man. The basic questions are that Adiana eha economy now president President Kufuado and Dr. Baumia were talking about no sa indicators no and ne sign a day etie any. Can you pick any? Wokas a year, papa. A year unemployment rate in 2016 was around 8%. Today, it's about 14%. Are you telling me, sir, it is better? Are you telling me, sir, today it is better? And then I make a choice call Canadian embassy. The Kofa Canadian embassy. Now, mean say be a by elections in a honor moye day or moyeno. The way a man kofo a queue. You can now would make your example say. Ufi London police na eye train boy den ayeden ene so obi kire obi kwan say ye fa ha na ekọ ye nantimpo edekọ eye UK ade be kire no ubehu say Ghana fo enka eye obi ayeden e wa ha. We are struggling see ebeko how to go and then experiencing that you are going to use eye UK brabo as compared to eye Ghana. You are here telling me say eye Nigeria oma park car so munya fuel. Let's even assume say ye no kre omo de fiwa no munya bi ba mu kresko omo de beto enne asempa hu say ne traffic akọ from Ghana ha e won kran ha kakra and I realize say traffic ade amana basa ne say nkofa park omo cars
same traffic
nkofa park on cars misro
traffic confirm that
misro Kingsley enne ameno ka say people have parked their cars enne madwuma mu akra hu nkofa ma park omo SUV so mu isu kan kete because of a fuel so muntimi dey ento. People have parked their cars, and this is the stark reality we are talking about. And Kingsley wa ben enya ma fe no me hoto no okọ lease okọ London okay meti ha me free sehi na ma bank cry me fin cry ma ko sehi ma ko ntua no sika de betwa ticket impo no okọ akofa enfa e wo he but for them they have in abundance and intine ne kasa and the narratives different. The kasa and the narratives are different. But today, if Vice President, Dr. Maumba, very sensitive to the conditions and plight of the ordinary Ghanaian, platform so okay. Even their major flagship program, free SHS no. What he comments are even headmasters, housemasters, look at what they are saying about it. Udu baby, Sabeka flow. Yet to me the Garini dingwe gusama nkola momedi.
This lies.
What they are you see, Kingsley, don't sit here and say Adia won't so near there. And I can bet you with my brabwa metia. Do you know what our students are going through? And more kind licentiates and some coffee be facing. A fairly Osha English or more the Ibimutroya. They are product of a free SHS. The product of free SHS. And then a lecturer at KNUST at mathematics department. He asked yourself also Bisan who say, how did Nkofo obtain grades to even come to the university?
No, be patch on Yamatre. I mean, let's interrogate that. Because that comment should not slide. Or more mature licensure exam. Was your a product of free SHS?
Are there no product of
no me patch me back. Free SHS started time
2017.
2017.
Mm-hmm. So
started 2017.
95 years.
Into your moye, or the advance SHS is 3 years. Into your moye
3 years, Papa.
Or 3 years.
And no Papa.
And the advance 3 years. And on my way, and I'm more College of Education for how many years?
3 years.
3 years. And how many years in I spend it? I bear say on 1 year free SHS product to write the exam.
About 6 years.
6 years I means I feel on my back.
See, let's get serious.
But they kiss me back. But I feel on my back out, and then you are conducting interview on it, and they are saying that those who wrote it, more or mature or my failure, almost so is reset, and it is a calculative free SHS for now. We can't use them.
SHS component, reset. Reset. Obi okobo school tell you control. Second world of class and go school. You see,
policy.
So Asempa.
Yeah.
You see, kids this we should get serious.
Yeah.
And being serious, I will on my muhano. I say you beat me a shese and ne. There was Asempa unemu. And say be a working condition I was so by Juma when they money are there. I'm telling you, it be our salary ya the man. One share was some best on your hand to mark.
You know, I say, my time as well. Kingsley, 30 seconds.
Cameras soon police. Na ya near Jumapo. The unemployed graduates. Yeah, moving invested by your money.
I mean, fan checkers here. Emma is regional chairman. Chairman Jeff, and in executives now. Now, I'm signing chair at Tiwa West constituency.
Okay.
Mechia at Tiwa West constituency chairman, constituency executives, polling station from Kwabin to